Hey yo, GOAT format players, it's Skilled Brown Magician here, and I finally have the Cyber-Stein oZtk deck profile. I made these slides a while back, I just haven't had much time to record. So here's the deck profile. I previewed this in one of my In the Lab videos, and I really like the theory crafting behind this deck, and I'd like to kind of explain some of my choices here and why I made it this way. So you'll see I'm running a very interesting lineup. I'm only running Cyber-Stein and Fusilier. The reason is because they're the only monsters that I really need in this kind of deck. So Cyber-Stein, it's very powerful because if you have it in hand, you can just normal summon him, and then you just get your Master of Oz, 4200 attacker on board. You combine that with Megamorph, he becomes 8400 attack. Guess what? That's enough for a game shot, just off of your normal summon. However, you need something to clear their monster because let's say they go turn one and they just set a monster and now it's your turn. Well, if you just have Cyber-Stein and Master of Oz with the Megamorph, good luck trying to clear their face down with Cyber-Stein's measly 700 attack. However, if you have Reasoning or Monster Gate, you tribute off Cyber-Stein, and then you can go into Fusilier Dragon, who's 2800 attack. Not only that, he's also a level 7 normal summonable monster, which you can use. You can set him, metamorph into King Dragoon, and now you have a 2400 attacker on deck that can't be targeted by any card effects. So basically, you can see the idea behind this is just to get the right number of monsters, which is only 2. You just need a King Dragoon, a Fusilier, plus your Master of Oz, and that's enough for game. That's enough for game. You just need to clear their one face down and then swing in with your Master of Oz. You just need to clear their one face up monster, swing in with Master of Oz, right? I really like this game plan because this is a monster, a Reasoning Gate deck. However, 6 out of 7 of your Reasoning Gate targets are normal summons, right? You can normal summon Cyber-Stein, you can normal summon Fusilier. This means that your Monster Gate plays are always going to be live. Your Metamorphosis, more often than not, is always going to be live, right? So just a really simplified idea of what the deck is trying to do, which is you're just trying to set up that game shot to try to swing with Master of Oz, and that's why it's called oZtk, because it's a one-turn kill just with Master of Oz and Megamorph, or just with Master of Oz and your Fusiliers, Democ, King Dragoon. So some other card choices that I have in here is I have one Mind Control, because you already know the premise of the deck. It's just to clear their field of their monsters. So Nobleman, it's only for their face downs, which more often than not is really good, especially going turn 2. But Mind Control, it does the same thing, and possibly even gets you a spell back if you take their Magician of Faith, or maybe it draws you a card if you hit their Decoichi, or maybe it allows you to take their Gravekeeper Spy so that you can flip it and make sure that they don't have an extra wall to block your Master of Oz hitting. So Mind Control is really nice because it takes their monsters whether they're face up or face down. One other different card choice in here is Messenger of Peace. You'll notice that we're not really running a lot of walls. The only walls we're running is Scapegoat, Swords of Revealing Light, and then I play a Messenger of Peace because I want another thing to protect. But not only that, we play Monster Reincarnation because sometimes you'll need Cyber-Stein in graveyard and Fusilier in hand, right? Because maybe you have meta in hand and you're just trying to go into King Dragoon, right? Because King Dragoon is a really effective wall as well. It kind of acts as a mini Swords of Revealing Light, because if you can just sit on King Dragoon and you don't attack with him, he's a non-targetable 2400 attacker, right? So not a lot of things can really get over that or can get around that. So those are some of the card choices and the rationale behind them. Let me just really quickly go over some of the stratagems. So, like I mentioned before, you're really just trying to set up this 1-2 punch with Master of Oz because you need King Dragoon or Fusilier. They're 2800 and 2400 apiece. So that can clear the board, swing in with Master of Oz. You'll need a couple of things with it. Ideally, a Giant Trunade to clear their back road, a Nobleman or a Mind Control to take out their monsters, just an additional option. And then Megamorph is also really important to get your Master of Oz high enough. But there's often times where you can just combine him with a couple of, a King Dragoon and a Fusilier, and it can be enough. So something else I wanted to mention is the mental math is really easy in this deck, just because there's literally only 7 targets available. Your 3 Fusiliers, your 3 Cyber-Steins, and then your D-Mock. So you just count what you have in your hand, on field or in the graveyard. Super easy, and then you'll instantly know, okay, I have a 1 in 3 chance of hitting D-Mock right now. That's pretty good. Let's go for the Monster Gate, right? So really easy to do mental math. Like I mentioned before, 6 out of 7 targets are normal summons, so your Monster Gate is always live. And then Fusilier in graveyard is not even a bad thing, because if you hit Prima, you can really be aggressive with it, especially in tandem with Giant Trunade. So that's the deck. That's the theory crafting behind it. Tell me what you guys think. I hope you enjoy and you test it out. Alright, until the next one. Peace.